Hi, I'm Curtis from RCC Western, and today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the boots that you might see on our website. At RCC Western, we carry a variety of Western boots of various toes and heels and soles, and we're going to talk a little bit about each one of them. Starting here, we've got a nice roper boot, rubber sole with a round toe. Many times, the round toes give your foot a lot of room to help for fit. It's very comfortable. Rubber soles that we have in our stores help to, basically, if it's wintry outside, helps with that stick and that traction a little better than that leather. Some other boots we have, we noticed a lot of square toes lately. These square toes offer, besides some fashion, they also offer some extra room for your toes. If your foot's a little bit wide in the front, sometimes that helps a little bit. Or many of these boots have both leather and rubber soles, but on those leather soles, very traditional Western fit, which helps for riding. You also might see in some of our boots, you'll see what we call a snip toe. Snip toe is kind of a fashion toe. It has a little snip across the top. Sometimes in these pointier boots, you'll see and notice that they come to a little bit pointier, and so that can affect the fit in the front of the boot. Not quite as much room as a square toe in there, but that can be adjusted, sometimes up a half a size or depending on your foot a little bit. So very nice traditional boot there. You'll also see some boots about in the middle. Leather sole here on this boot. Kind of a medium square toe. It's kind of in the middle of our round toe and our square toe, but a single stitch there. Nice little boot as well. So there's a variety of fashion styles to choose from when choosing a Western boot. Nice. And also we have a lot of very traditional Western boots as well. Traditional round toe with a traditional Western heel, leather sole. Excellent traditional styling and durability for the Western cowboy. On Western boots, you'll also notice a variety of different stitches on the toes of the boot. We call this a welt. A welt is the stitching that holds the boot together. You'll notice on each boot a different type. We call this a single stitch, meaning one row stitching, and then you call this a double stitch. With the stitching on the welt, it's just a way for the boot manufacturer to have different types of boots and different looks for your foot. Whether it's a single stitch or a double stitch really won't make a difference for the performance of the boot, but you might want to think about the width of your foot in the stirrup if you're riding. That's very important to look at, especially with these double stitched boots, when you're looking at the width of your foot in the stirrup there. Many times the welt in the boot is just a way to show some fashion and a little bit of excitement for the boot that you have. Western boot fit is extremely important. When trying on a Western boot, it's important to look at several major areas of boot fit. And we're going to show an example here of how to fit a Western boot properly. You should try that on there. And that's a nice traditional Western boot. Did you notice as he pulls the boot through his foot there, you'll hear a plop sound as it pulls through the throat. Sometimes it takes a little bit of extra effort to pull it on, and as it goes through, you'll hear a sound there that'll plop in. That's a sign of a good boot fit. A Western boot, once you stand up there, a Western boot should fit nice and snug across the instep of the boot right here, and your toes should not be crowded. They should not be pinched in that boot. If they are pinched, then you've got the wrong size boot. Also, with many traditional leather sole boots like this boot, as you walk, once you walk, take a couple of steps there. When you're first walking with a Western leather sole boot, many times your heel will slip in the back. That's okay. That's a natural thing. We call it boot fit. The perfect fit may slip a bit sometimes. It's kind of a Western saying that we use. The leather sole in the boot is still stiff. As the heat from your foot and over time it flexes, it'll soften up and it'll conform to your foot. Only a small amount of slippage is important, maybe probably less than half an inch or 3/8 of an inch. You don't want very much, but a little bit of slip in the back of the heel with a leather sole boot is very important to Western fit. Hi, I'm Curtis from RCC Western, and today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the boots that you might see on our website. At RCC Western, we carry a variety of Western boots of various toes and heels and soles, and we're going to talk a little bit about each one of them. Starting here, we've got a nice roper boot, rubber sole with a round toe.